Hello, traders, and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Thailand. Hey, looks like we got a little bit of sun today. We might actually see some sunshine. Not for long. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, here we are, second day of our trading week. Some movement in the pound yesterday. Moved about 60 pips yesterday. That's probably the headline of today. And however, it took 8 hours to do it. So we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, looks like a opportunity to sell it at resistance, right? All right, so let's take a look at what we got going on today. Nobody on a holiday. RBA meeting minutes. That ought to be interesting. That usually does move the Aussie. We'll see how that works. That's coming out in a couple hours. We'll keep an eye on that for sure. CBI industrial trade orders for the Great British Pound. And then we have global dairy trade price index today out of the out of New Zealand. Wow, there is no data today. Yes, I didn't cheat today, and I didn't look at this before I came on. Tomorrow we have a pretty busy day in Asia. So tomorrow is back to a normal trading day, but today was absolutely horrible, huh? Whew. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Slow news day today. It looks like dollar index is down to 95.57 as I look at investing.com's site. Let's take a look at what happened in the U.S. or before the U.S. Crude's a big talk of the town. 65.42 currently. Can't break below this 200 exponential moving average. It tried twice, and and then we've moved up here for 3 days. We'll see what happens. Starting the day with a red candle here. This indicator down here is called the DNA indicator to the downside. This has not been as accurate as it has been years in past. I'll keep an eye on that. Look at the dollar index, right? 3 days in a row to the downside, 95.68 on the Think or Swim platform. Wow. Gold just coming up a little bit, 112.69. VIX is probably the talk that we should talk about, and that's down at 12.49. The good thing is we've only got about 2.5 weeks left of this slowness in the market, and everybody will be back to work. Usually a week after Labor Day in the States, everything goes back to normal. So we got about 3 weeks, say 3 weeks left, and we should be back at it. Right after Labor Day, things get back to normal. The ESs, 3 up days. Now we have a red candle. Grinding to the upside. The Euro futures is to the upside, but you sure wouldn't know that on the Forex charts. We're not seeing a lot of upward movement on the Forex charts, but the futures has moved pretty nicely to the upside. We're coming up to an area here where I would be a little bit watching, and that's that 1565, 1570 area. I'd keep an eye on that. That's a pretty significant resistance area, and we might see something to the downside after that. So we'll just keep a really close eye on that one. So that's what's going on in the U.S. All right, so let's get to some charts. We talked about this pound, so let's take a look. Top-down analysis set up here. So basically what we want to take a look at is we can see that the daily chart has had 3 green days, right? 1, 2, 3. We talked about this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before, yesterday, I guess it was. That this is coming up to the 200. The 10 EMA, and we'll see if it gets above that 10 EMA. And if it does, well, now we got a little bit of concern. So probably what I would do is would be to fib this swing. So I would say this is the latest swing. You could fib this swing. Right? So you take this here to here, and we'll just see what it looks like. So we're looking at you got 2,900 here, and that's just before the 50 Fibonacci level. So we'll keep an eye on that. The 382 looks like it could be a level. So we'll keep that on this chart. I think it's something to watch. Except I don't keep it on this chart because of my top-down analysis chart, and I use it a lot. But if you fib this last swing, and that's all I did was this last swing, you can see that we're going to hit some levels here where if it breaks through it, it's going to head up. The first indication is if it breaks this 10 on this daily, I think it's got a chance to head to the upside, my friends. Let's go to a 4-hour chart, and it's made a nice swift move up here. It's broken this 55. This is a wide open space here. There's not a lot of Forex junk here. This is a wide open space, not much left of the chart. Is this a data thing or is this a change? But this is really nice. If you were trading this 4-hour chart, here's your entry. Put your stop below the 55 and let it go. See what happens. But this is really a nice chart as an entry to the upside. Take a look at our Ichimoku. Again, it's just to the upside. It's outside the cloud. It's been outside the cloud. It's really never done anything. It's basically riding this 10 EMA to the upside. Our future line is tilted to the upside. Everything's up to the upside. You could see the moving averages, the 10 and the 55 curve to the upside. I don't know. This looks to me like it's going to continue to the upside, right? That's how I look at it. Don't see much else there. Pound looks bullish today. Let's go to some regular charts here. So take a look at the euro. So what do you think? Why do you think this all happened? Well, one is the dollar's weak, right? And I think that's where this is coming from. I don't think these countries are putting out such great data that their currency pair is making progress. To me, this is because the dollar index is down, right? The dollar is weak all of a sudden, turned weak yesterday. So we'll just keep an eye on it. However, we're going to trade technically today because there's really nothing news-wise that's going to help us out a little bit. So if you're going to trade technically on this pair, this to me looks like this is a buying opportunity on this euro. I know that's hard for you to comprehend from me, but it is what it is. And I would just take this fib tool. Now, I like 2 to the right and 2 to the left because this can be taken out, but we don't have 2 to the right, 2 to the left. So we'll just lock that in right there. Right, so we'll look at the 786 for a buy. We'll just leave that down here. You can ignore that. So I would say let's get a retrace to the 786 and take it to the upside. The problem with, if you take it now, where are you going to put your stuff at, right? In other words, where are you going to put your stop? But this does look like it's riding. I guess you could put your stop at this 148.50, right? You can put your stop, and if you're going to buy it from this point, or you're going to wait for the pullback. This is the question at hand here. It's in Asia, so it looks like it's on the move, though. I got to be honest with you. So we'll see. I would, but if you're going to take it, you're going to take it now, right? You're absolutely going to take it at this point. But this is chasing, and I wouldn't trade that candle. I'm not going to chase price. This can move 50 pips. I don't care. That's chasing, right? We had no trade plan, right? You see a big green candle, you say, oh, I got to get in this and go long. No. We need some kind of a trade plan. There's no trade plan yet. Stay with the trade plan. Pull back to the 786, and we'll buy it. Other than that, there's nothing to do here, right? This is left. The ship is left the dock, and we're going to hang out, right? Just going to hang out. Nothing to do. We talked about the pound in depth. Let's go over to the Australian dollar, the Aussie. This, to me, well, there's a couple of things here. One, is this a pullback and it's going to continue to the upside. 2, again, get out the old fib. I like this, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Take this down to this wick here. That's fine. And what do we got? Well, it's at the 786 now. It spiked through it, and now it's heading back to the upside. I keep an eye on that. 73.50, right? I'd mark that on my chart. If 73.50. Definitely want to keep an eye on that. Come on. Right, 73.50, we'll keep an eye on that. That's a significant level. That could be the level where it's heading to next. So a lot of things here. Again, am I going to take this trade right here? No, not in Asia. Not with nothing to show me. I'm just going to wait a little bit, folks. This can work out. Get a pullback. But my bias, as we all know, is that this pair is bearish, right? This pair is bearish. So we'll see. We'll see. But the trade plan's in effect here. We got a buy possibility at the 786, 618, another one. We can take this to the upside, wait for resistance, maybe take it back down. There's a lot of things going on here, but my bias is to sell this. However, I'm not against, if this comes down to the 618, right? 618 right there, 73.30, say, we could take this to the upside. I have no problem with that. I don't think that's a bad trade at all. So yeah, things are happening. I like it. I like it. Things are happening. Let's take a look at the Kiwi. Well, we're in this square here. To me, there's nothing to do here, right? I don't like this at all. We've got a lot of Forex junk over here. I'd like to see this actually pull back to this 55 and maybe buy it at the 55, right? Was the support area here. Don't know if I want to sell it here. So if you sell it here, you're at 66.40, right? So you're 66.40, and you're going to get in trouble at 66.27, 66.30. It's only 10 pips, folks, 12 pips. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. So we're just going to wait. Going to trade come together later on? Sure, it's early. It's early in Asia. So we'll just hang. But I like it. Listen. Movement, price action, that's what we want to see, right? That's just what we want to see. All right, let's, I think we got some Ikimikus here. Just take a look at some. Here's the euro. Look at this. Outside the cloud, everything to the upside, 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 everything showing to buy this. We're coming up to a significant level, this 1500 level. What's going to happen? Is it going to pull back and continue, or is it going to just fade away and just come back down? I would think that this has to do with the dollar. So if the dollar index continues to dump, we have a buying opportunity, and that's how I would gauge this trade. If you were trading Ikimiku style, you're in this trade from back here, folks. Right? You're in this trade from probably this green candle right here, closes outside the cloud, comes back down, retests it, boom, green candle, boom, you're in. There you go, and you're on your way. 14.35, you're on your way, and now we're at 14.96. Nice little trade there, 50 pips, right? But it took a long time, right? This is a long trudge to the upside, but that's okay. We got movement. That's what we want to see. So if you're trading Ikimiku, you're already in this trade, and you know what? Where's your stop going to go? Below the cloud, right below the clouds. You're going to put your stop, and you never got into any kind of trouble. Never any question, and this just worked. I got to tell you, I'm liking this Ikimiku. It's pretty, I like that it gives you all this data, right? Same thing with the pound. Not going to really dwell on a lot of these pairs. They're all doing the same thing, right? Boom, everything's to the upside. If you were trading this, look at this. Comes out of the cloud, gives you retest to the resistance level, even though this green candle would have been an entry, right? Gives you retest through support here. Boom, away she goes, right? Really nice, 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 nice. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie now coming back down here. The future line, this red line, looking to curve a little bit to the downside, so maybe we'll get a little turn to the downside. However, current price action is showing to the upside. 26 time periods back is showing to the upside. Like nothing to do here. You'd love to see this really come back down and retest the cloud and take it to the upside. I don't know. You'd have to watch this. You'd hate to lose 40 pips to the downside if you can get into it. But we have indecision here, right? A lot of indecision candles here, right? You always want to look at decision candles and indecision candles. And if you have indecision candles, that's you want to see decision candles when you make your entries, right? So this is this is a doji right here. If this candle was closed right now, it's not a doji. So maybe it's going to just give us a red candle and continue the downside. It's a very strong possibility. All right, and then of course we talked about the New Zealand, and of course it is outside the cloud. However, we don't want to do anything right here. This, to me, looks like it's starting to turn a little bit to the other way. Not really want to do anything with the Kiwi as we speak. We'll just leave it alone. We'll just leave it alone as it is. Well, that's it, my friends, on a Tuesday. Thank you so much for being with me today, and have a great trading day. Always remember to trade smart, not hard, and of course have a little bit of fun. Traders, we will catch you tomorrow morning in Asia. Have a great trading day. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.